What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy, the wisest and most powerful of all nerds, Brian Bees, back in here with a YouTube video on why Legend of Zelda is the best video game franchise of all time, unequivocally. Before I get into that whole discussion of the truth, don't forget to like that button. Don't forget to also comment below, guys, why you guys believe Legend of Zelda is the greatest game of all time, because it is. I don't care what you think, but I drop the facts. Don't forget to count some King Chimera, Brian Bees, MHG, and other type of t-shirts off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue giving you guys more content on a regular basis. So without further ado, let's get on the video. Legend of Zelda. So the very first Legend of Zelda game, it was really hard. A lot of the Legend of Zelda games are difficult to a degree, but the thing with Legend of Zelda, the first one was that like you had no kind of map. It was kind of like life. There was no clear direction of where to go. You had to go, die, struggle, fail repeatedly. In order to beat that game back in the day, it was you had you had to buy a strategy guide. When you couldn't go to the internet and find out how to do it. You had to either call the Nintendo of America, have somebody help walk you through it. You had to communicate with friends to help find every kind of secret. There was like a secret or something on every single like block or piece of the map, or just constantly grind it out the hard way. Same thing with Zelda 2. It requires you to mess up and die. People hate to lose. So if you never played the first Zelda game or beat it, it's because you're afraid to keep losing and keep messing up. It was like, oh, this is too hard, I give up. One of the things with the first Zelda game, why it's so perfect and ahead of its time, is because it was the first game that allowed you to develop as a man. It allowed you to go out there, make mistakes, find the strategies, and you became more powerful. Every time you went somewhere, you lose all your money, but every time you leveled up, like found a heart piece, you remained strong. If you collected enough resources, you had enough resources to like destroy enemies a lot eeasier and beat enemies a lot easier and stay alive longer. You gain experience. It taught you how to gain experience the same way you do in real life. And once you beat the game, you feel developed as a man. And even if you go through a second playthrough, you know that you just can't like skip and go straight to the end. You have to develop yourself, collect a lot of materials in order to beat the game. You can't just go, we'll go fight the final boss and I'll beat him and should be easy. It's not challenging. That's not how the Legend of Zelda works. And for people who are really that ambitious, the only cheat code that is allowed in the Legend of Zelda is they'll allow you to start to take a harder difficulty your second playthrough with like some things switched around a little bit. They have like a master quest. It was saying, oh, like if the first game wasn't hard enough, here's a master quest. Here's master mode on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Here's mirror mode or heart mode on you know, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess and whatever. Like they make the games harder as your reward. That's what video games should be. But everybody wants things on easy mode nowadays, and that's crazy. So Legend of Zelda is about being a man going through life, leveling up to better sustain yourself, and I really enjoyed that, and it taught me, like, it gave me education. Legend of Zelda gave me education about being smart. It's like the Triforce. There's Triforce of courage, being brave to explore, the Triforce of wisdom, be able to think through the puzzles of Legend of Zelda, and apply your mind to practical puzzles to solve puzzles in real life. And there's also the Triforce of power, becoming more powerful as a man, because that's also important. There's spiritual, which is the courage, the mental, which is the wisdom, and the physical, which is the power. And that is why it's the Triforce. So one of my favorite games of all time, and to this day, is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And one of my favorite all-time experiences from Legend of Breath of the Wild was doing the Trial of the Sword. The Trial of the Sword on Master Mode, my God, it's hard. It's like you have to really conserve all of your resources. You have to be excellent at combat and have great timing. You have to be able to solve puzzles and get around your enemies in free form. They're not like this easy puzzle. You have to be crafting and set them up using your timing, your logic, and brain, because like you can mess up the timing and ruin everything. It's not just like push a block here, or it's one of the most ingenious forms, if not the most ingenious forms of gameplay that ever has been experienced by mankind, in my honest opinion. With the Trial of the Sword Master Mode on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Look it up. And once you fully unlock that, you get an upgraded Master Sword, which is awesome because it makes cool sounds. But like, even though it's easy to destroy enemies, and the only sad part about that, getting that power, is that like you feel too powerful now. It's like, but you earn it. You earn all that power to destroy your enemies with the Master Sword, to be cool and shoot sword, and have a glowing sword. You earn that power, and no other game in any other kind of way, to my imagination, could give like you that kind of gratification. Like, even as an adult, I was like 20. I think I was like 26. And I remember playing through the Trial of the Sword on Master Mode after it was hard, difficult enough to beat it on regular mode, and it was like one of the best, I think the best solo video game experience I ever had in my entire life. It was like, I had this power now and I collected all of this in the game and I went and got all this kind of stuff, and it made me like happy in myself to really play that game, because it made me kind of better myself, as it brought me through new lanes and new heights as a Zelda fan. And even the DLC was pretty good. It was challenging. It pushed you. I died a bunch of times. It was challenging. Even though I worked so hard to be powerful in the main game and took those resources into the DLC, it still challenged me. And that's what I love about Legend of Zelda. It challenges players. That's why I believe in Nintendo and the franchise. As long as the franchise continues to challenge players in new ways, unlike God of Trash Ragnarok, Nintendo will be alright, inshallah. We'll be alright as a species, inshallah. So, and then, but if not, God, you have to send the meteors. You got the last good Zelda game. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like that button. Don't forget to comment below, guys. Tell me why you guys love The Legend of Zelda and why it's the greatest video game franchise of all time. Don't forget to cop some merch off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys more content on a regular basis. It's your boy, Brian Meese. I'll see you guys next time.